from Jibber Fauci. Essentially, what he's saying is that people who voted for Trump may seem nice, but deep down, they are practically Nazi sympathizers. I have not watched this yet, so I'll be watching this for the first time with you. So what does this say here? I think I'm having such a hard time reckoning with the fact that everyone that voted for him is just a bad person deep down. Even if they seem nice, they're just bad. This is what you would hear from somebody in a cult, right? So this is cult behavior. This is cult thinking, right? Let's watch.
I know, Holly. It's like it's heartbreaking. You know, I've cut people out of my life that are on the surface really nice, but when you get into the core values, it's like it's hideous. And
So yeah, this is cult behavior, right? This is what happens to cult members. They're encouraged to to isolate themselves from non-believers, right? And in fact, you've got the mainstream media, got Joy Reid on there with the Yale psychiatrist actually giving the appalling advice to isolate yourself from your family members who you disagree with politically. This is pure cult. My assertion on this is that this is evidence of the mind virus, because what's happening is the mind virus, especially after a defeat like this, the mind virus just suffered a bad defeat, right? So it's a self-defense mechanism for the brain infection that is progressivism, wokeness. It's a self-preservation method. So it's isolating itself. The terrible, counterproductive ideas are isolating you or isolating this guy from other ideas that might serve as medicine, that might hurt the mind virus. That's why they're isolating. That's why cult leaders have the cult members isolate themselves away from people with other ideas. I think it's just so blaringly obvious that that's what's happening here. These people have been parasitized by a mind virus. They're ultimately victims, I think, right? And they feel they're very smug about it, and they're very self-righteous, and this is a part of it. This is a part of it. This is, the warping of their mind and of their self-image. But let's continue.
there's a photo that honestly haunts me. It's like there's these people, they're young and they're happy and they're all fucking smiling and joking, and you can see the joy on their face. But this is in Germany during World War II, and they're standing in front of the gas chambers, and that's where they're at, right? They're super happy. They're super happy, but they're part of that, and there's a disconnect between.
See, you cannot be rational and draw a parallel between the United States today and Nazi Germany and young people dancing in front of a death camp, right? Like you if you think that, there's something wrong with you. I mean, it's beyond just historical illiteracy, right? At that point, you have to wonder what happened to their brain. Like, it's not that hard to see how absurd that is, that comparison is, right? There's something going on here.
The reality of what it is that they are doing and who they are versus the facade that they're showing people. And it's a bit difficult to navigate.
A rational person might say, well, maybe the nice person thing isn't a facade. Maybe I've got it wrong, right? A cult member won't do that because their mind has been parasitized, right? They won't do that. A rational person will go, well, maybe what I'm thinking, maybe these comparisons that I'm making are actually crazy. Maybe I'm the one that's crazy. Maybe reality, right? Maybe I'm not reflecting. Maybe I'm not accurately describing reality here. Maybe I'm off. Right? And the hilarious thing is that they're tricked into thinking that they are superior. They're morally superior and they're intellectually superior. Like the people who will cut out their own family because they disagree with them and are incapable of looking at it through some other facet to let them know these people, no, they're not evil. They don't actually support, my family doesn't actually support gas chambers. Right? Like, it shouldn't be that hard. It really shouldn't. But in a sense, I pity these people because they had no defenses against the mind virus, right? They just, as soon as it entered their head, they were lost. They were gone. They had no immunity to it, and there are people. The mind virus doesn't infect everybody. Not everybody is without defenses. I mean, most people, I would even say, have a natural immunity to these terrible ideas. But there are some who don't. They never stood a chance. The second it got into their brain, it took over, and that was just it. And you can call them weak-minded, whatever you want to say. For some reason, the mind virus found an extremely welcoming environment in their brains. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.